Hello, and welcome back to Roslyn. If you're watching on YouTube, this should be episode 29, and today I'm going to be focused on upgrading this university. So this is Roslyn Polytechnic Institute, or RosPoly as it's known here locally. And today I'm going to be focused on upgrading this campus in a couple of ways to really make the university more of a prominent feature and a destination here across the city. So I'm going to be doing that in a couple of ways, but before we get into any upgrades, I want to just kind of see the lay of the land here. So here's Roslyn Poly. It's almost the end of an academic year. Here we're at level 2. We're double what we need on our academic works. Our student number is a little low. I mean, we're like 150 away, and the big deficit right now is campus attractiveness. So I think we can get the student count up and the campus attractiveness count up together by adding some attractive buildings with capacity, as well as some other things I want to add here on campus. The biggest of those being, if we come over here to the campus tab, so the biggest addition I want to make is a basketball arena. And I want to put it right here by this bay. So as you can see, naturally, it's going to give me that I'm on the water until I bring it all the way up to here. I don't necessarily want it right up against that block right there, because it would be nice to put a path there, I think. So this is the spot I want. I'm just going to go ahead and drop that in, and we're going to see how this looks now. Because there's going to be a little bit of terraforming here, I think, that's necessary. Hopefully, we won't mess up our bay too badly if we just add in a little bit of make this a little bit more of a level pad here. So let's just see how that's looking. Looks okay. Just pop that out, and then what I may want to do, if I can remember where they are, yeah, here we go. So here's the flood wall. What is it? This is the quay. This is what I want. I want to go ahead and see if... Let me go ahead and turn all my snap twos off. I could bring this all the way across like this. Okay. If we just do that for now, and then we can sort of hide this back here maybe with some big rocks. Oh, maybe not. So we can't do that, but could we add some... Nope, none of that. Okay. This is why I don't necessarily like using these seawalls in vanilla. They're a little clunky. Just on the edges, especially. Like this actually makes some sense right here, I think. So maybe it's just about redoing this little bit here. What if I just bring it to like there? Oh, that looks even worse. What about like there? Okay, yeah, I think that kind of works like that. And then I do just want to kind of try to even this out a little bit. There we go. I think that works. And then I can even drop this bit back a little bit here. Let's kind of back all that up. Okay. I think that'll work. So then I want to come in with, going to be using my amusement park paths here. Maybe I'll turn grid back on. What is the problem there? Let's go ahead and turn angle back on as well. There we go. Nice brick path all the way around the arena here. Look at that. People are already streaming in. Okay. So then, obviously we'll want to actually make sure this is hooked up. So we come back in here. And I'm actually tempted to just bring this in, instead of right there, maybe out here. Yeah, I kind of like how that looks. And then what if we just bring one right here? It's a little janky. Let's see, we've got people coming down here now, so let's just make sure this is actually usable for our pedestrian friends. So he's going to get off there. Where he's going. Okay, so we're not going to see if he's actually going to use those paths at all. I'm tempted to get rid of this one because it's not really doing anything that that sidewalk there can't already do. And then let's see. Okay. That works. Maybe I want to put one right here. Maybe that should be brick. There we go. Maybe these should be 2. Yeah, I like that. I think that's okay. Just to make, because you don't necessarily want a bunch of dirt spots right around the stadium. So Roslyn Polytechnic Institute Broncos. That's fine. We'll call this the Convo. Where I went to school, our basketball arena was called the Convocation Center because it's where they held a convocation for freshmen every year. So everybody just called it the Convo. I've always really liked that as a name for an arena. And then let's take a look at. So that did boost our attractiveness quite a bit. We can also come in here now and look at our varsity sports. So our budget's sitting okay right now. So I'm going to go ahead and hire a couple of coaches. And we'll put some money in the cheerleading budget too. Okay. And then tickets, I'm going to leave there for now. I think team color. Ooh, I like that blue for being right on the bay. I wonder if we can make it a little more. Oh, interesting. It's like the same blue as. So the Broncos' hair is naturally blue. And then is there any sort of sea themed? I guess just the alligators, which doesn't quite make sense here. So I'll stay with the Broncos. That works. Okay, I think we see our student count go up too. Just a little bit, just by like 10. Let's figure out how we can get some more students on campus here, huh? So I have some unlocks that I haven't used yet. So the gymnasium is the first one I want to find a spot for here. Because I think it would actually make sense to have this maybe even sort of just backed onto here. So what if I come in, I'm going to pull this back out. And I'm just going to make... Oh. I put that at a 90. Can I get that in here now? Oh yeah. Except there's a bunch of parking right there. That doesn't really make sense. So, what if we bring this right here instead? Yeah, that makes a lot more sense to me. And then I will just go ahead and bring it over so the parking lot makes a little more sense there. Kind of got a dip to it. Let me just see. Oops, wrong one. It's giving me a little bit of rough business there, just a rough spot, but we can landscape around that. I think this is going to be a bridge eventually. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this real quick. This is kind of the only way to re-level a road that exists in the game right now, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So I'm going to bring this back in. And then I just want to line it up with that. And this, oops, this will come back like this. Perfect. Everything's looking good. We're just going to extend our street names again. Okay, I think this is going to be renamed. We're going to call this Bronco Avenue now to add to the flavor here. There we go. And that just goes up right to there. And it kind of breaks this campus up a little bit. So I'm going to run the sim again. And then see if there's anywhere it makes sense to try and fit a path in right here. There we go, like that. And then we can bring one along here too. Okay, got a nice little athletic complex that's taken shape here. The one bummer is that there's not really another varsity sports thing that's going to fit in here because they're all so huge. And I don't think, yeah, I think they're all too big. I mean, that one's massive. The baseball stadium's massive. I mean, at a place like a small school like this in a small town, basketball is really one of the easiest sports for them to invest in and get the sort of return on that investment that a lot of university presidents are going to be looking for. So I do want to come through here and see if maybe it would be even better to have some trees along these paths. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot already. And leave them off of that one. Then I'm going to come through here, do this. I think we just completed another academic year. There we go. Now this is really starting to feel like a special place. So let's see. Let's see if that was, if I'm right, that was the academic year. Yes, we just started a new academic year. Let's go ahead and take a look at our policies too. Faculty bonus 25%, faculty upkeep by 25%. We'll go ahead and do that. And now we have, yeah, now we have sports. We can do this stuff too. So hopefully this will continue to boost attractiveness. Academic staff. So we can bump this up as well. Let's just take that to 12. We'll throw one more coach on there and see if our budget stays green. So the other thing we can do while we're here is, so I believe Pollywood has a theme enabled. Yes, it does. University City. And if we look at our zones here, Pollywood is technically on both sides of College Square. I set it up that way on purpose. So I can go ahead and just zone here, and we'll add a bunch of new housing, student housing, I'm thinking by the look of it, plus we'll expand our tax base in a nice way. There we go. And then we should anticipate that's going to spike some commercial demand, so we can go ahead and just zone all of this in. It's actually a great spot for one of those bookstores. But we just want to try to focus all of this commercial onto College Square here without necessarily zoning into these park areas, although this is clearly set up to be zoned. So we'll go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit and see if we can get some stuff to pop in so that I don't have to come back and try to catch stuff and historicize it later. Here we go. This is what we wanted to see. Commercial demand popping right in here. Go ahead and historicize this stuff so it stays nice and low to the ground. Getting that bookstore right where we want it for once. Is this going to be a bookstore too? It is. I mean, wouldn't be that shocking to see bookstores on opposite corners on a campus. I definitely went to school on a campus like that. Question is how many of the bookstores going to pop in here? Hopefully, if it's just those two, that'll be fine. And so you can see here now the University City housing comes in looking really garbage. We compare that to the leveled up version. So this looks more like professor housing over here, faculty housing. So I want to go ahead and keep an area here that looks really grungy to make it clear that this is like the student housing area. That's not how the game's mechanics work, obviously. We unfortunately don't get the ability to say this is where college students live and the housing stock would be in really poor shape and you'd have tenants turning over every year. You know, but we can still recreate the look and feel of that, I think, pretty handily. So the other thing I'm wondering is if the college housing pack has any one wides, or if it makes sense to try and put some apartment buildings here on the end of these, just to get a little bit of a density boost at a spot where it would make sense. And yeah, oh perfect, we want a big grungy laundromat right there for sure. And that's what we wanted right there. And this is wonderful. This is exactly what we wanted. So we're seeing a lot of commercial demand. I think this is another primo spot for some commercial zoning right here. Looking to make this triangle sort of focus here. Look at that. That's popping right in. They love that spot. Okay, got more stuff popping in up here. Ooh, keep that. Oh, so we do have 2 coin laundries. Maybe I'll leave that one ahistoric. Although, I mean, I don't hate how that looks, honestly. I will let a couple of these little one-wide apartments level up a little bit, I think. Just to get some variety in here. So like this one I'll keep. We're getting a lot of repeats right through here. So that one I'll keep. This one I'll keep. And these are dinging right up, so that's good news. So I'll go ahead and historicize this now at level 2. And just keeping an eye out, trying to watch other stuff coming in here and catch it. So it's just a little game of historicization, whack-a-mole, basically. And actually, I'll leave these ones facing this park here in Factory Street to get a little nicer, because I think that would be a spot where you might see that. And I'll even dehistoricize that, but I'll make this one historic. Oh, perfect. That did something really nice there. I love how that looks. Just adds another facade to the front here. A little bit of variety goes a long way. In fact, is it too late? This one's already level 2. This one's about to hit 3. Let's just see what happens. So we can always get rid of it. And maybe these ones would be a little nicer too, since they're down here. Oh, somebody, I think we just won a game. Yeah. Very nice. Go ahead and slow it down a little bit just to make my life a little easier. Oh, that looks really nice. Okay. Nice and low to the ground. That's exactly what we want to see. So the thing with the residential is it's going to take them longer to level up. Oh, except this one is cruising. There we go. So we'll go ahead and historicize this. I feel like some of these I could let level up. Maybe the ones on the ends I'll let go. We'll keep the ones in the middle here a little lower. Great. So, oh gosh. Somebody's dead at the Convo. So let's go ahead and take a look at what our death care looks like down here, huh? So we got a couple cemeteries up there. We're really at capacity for crematoriums. So maybe we want to think about that. I think somewhere out here, honestly, might be okay for that right now. Just until we figure it out down the line. I'll go ahead and stick one right there. That'll make everybody happy. And that is cleared, so I think that might be temporary for now, but just to get a little bit of death coverage out here in this area that's still very much in development. So, let's take a look at what else we can do here on campus. So I'm not putting in a police academy for my own political reasons, but the other thing I wanted to do was a cafeteria. My big question is, where was I going to put this? Because it's a little too wide to fit on the end of one of these blocks. I think it would make sense to have it by the dorms. I wonder if I can move. Okay. And then, oh, it's just one short there. That's a huge bummer. Okay, I think we might have to just delete a tennis court and live with that. Yeah, because I really like that there. And then I'll go ahead and put a little path around it. Why not? Oops, let that become all the way like that. Just break up that block a little bit. And give us some more trees to play with. We'll do, how about some of the big palms here? Yeah, there we go. Okay. And then we can figure out something to do back here eventually too. The other thing I was thinking about putting in over here somewhere is one of these like fancy hospitals. So a general hospital, a medical laboratory. I really love this general hospital building, and I think it would be nice to have like a sort of university hospital. And we can set it up here so that, you know, when the ESPN's in town shooting the game, you get a nice view of the hospital as well as the active oil field over here. Which we're just waiting for that to finish draining the last of the oil that's on the land here. And then those will move. And we're having a death problem here again. So let's just go ahead and check the death care again. So our capacity's way up. Wonder if we shouldn't try to figure out somewhere for a cemetery. I don't know where makes sense up here, down here. I mean, this spot is sort of tempting right here, across from the bus station, because we're just not going to have a lot of industrial demand, so I don't think we necessarily need to be worried about that. Yeah, I think that's a good spot to have one. And I'll go ahead and add a little cut through right here. There we go. You know, while I'm at it, I think it would be nice to make it so that this is not just a cul-de-sac. Here we go. So we're still creating some separation from the industrial zoning here, but also I was a little unhappy with that being a cul-de-sac, so I'm glad we're resolving that. Okay, so thinking about putting a hospital in over here, I really want it to feel sort of special. So I think what I want to do, I'm just going to play around a little bit with an entrance first. So I'm going to do that. And then I want to come through with 2-lane one-way. There we go. And now I want to see if... Okay, that fits there pretty well. Maybe that's the play. Oh, well, here's the big one, though, that I wanted to see. Oh, it's too big. So this might go on the back end here eventually. Let's go ahead and... Okay, why are you like this? Let's just back these out for now. And again, it's giving me the same nonsense. It's still giving me that problem. So we'll just do this. Okay, and then we can come back in with this. Okay, and then we'll go back to our 2-lane one-ways. Can actually come in a lot tighter on this now. There we go. That looks really cool. Okay, and then I want to come in and take a look here at our options. So here's just the hospital. It's a little big for this spot, but it kind of works actually. It's a very tall building though. Whereas this general hospital is off center if we put it here. So if we put it here, it's actually centered on the lot. So I don't hate that. Let's see. So the other thing is there is like a medical clinic here. We're going to go ahead and rename this the Student Medical Clinic. And then we'll name this Roslyn Poly... We'll just call it RosPoly General Hospital. So the only other question I have is, would it make sense to move this over one more so that then I could have a road come out the back here, and that's basically just for ambulance traffic to come out another way and get into the city. So I like that. And then I want to rename all of this as Hospital Street. Okay, interesting. So that we'll actually call Hospital Circle. I'm gonna go ahead and just drag Leonora over one, and then I want to call this great. And then let me just take a look at my traffic markings in here. So we'll put a stop there, and we'll put a stop there, and that should do it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a light. Do I need to? I don't think I need to right now. Traffic doesn't seem that bad. So I heard a lot of dings. That's good news. Oops. Yeah, okay. Yep. This is all looking good over here. Yeah, and everybody's happy. We're leveling right up. Okay, so now let's see about adding in some pedestrian connectivity through here. Let's go ahead and turn this off. Okay. Like that. Okay. Actually, I wonder how many of these we can just upgrade to the brick paths, honestly. I really like using them for Roslyn here. So these maybe should stay. Hmm. Yeah, I think we'll just leave those for now. In fact, there we go. That looks nice now. Let's go ahead and check on our campus again. So we're way over on attractiveness now. Still need students. So I'm wondering, what can we actually use to increase student capacity? So that didn't do it. Land value, campus attractiveness, citywide effect. Oh, we did talk about using this back here. That would fit back here, but it does sort of throw off our whole hospital road plan. Though it's not bad out here, is it? Not at all. Oops. Just need to do a little bit of landscaping work to make this make some sense. There we go. Get this looking right here. That's not really what I want to see. Okay, let's just try this again. We'll go ahead and freeform it this time. Except I do want our brick. Okay, here we go. In fact, why don't we just do that? Okay. And then these like huge assets here are very cool, but they are very difficult to work around because you can see there's no way to actually get up against it there. Okay, what happens if we turn these to brick now? Yeah, that actually works for me. In fact, I'll even go with the trees on this. And maybe the oaks back here? Yeah. Oh, that's really cute now. I like that a lot. Okay, so that's going to put attractiveness way up again, but it doesn't do anything for our student capacity, which is what we were looking for. So, unfortunately, I think all we can do for that is dorms. And not even the study hall. Are our dorms even full, though? That's my question. 129 out of 243? Not really. What's holding us back is my question. So our capacity, we have plenty of eligible citizens. I wonder if it is just a matter of finding a spot to add a couple more dorms in here. But it's like, but if the dorms aren't full, Why do we need more? I don't always understand this part, to be honest with you. Because there's no other way to... Ooh, we're getting some noise complaints over there. Okay, the study hall does have students too. Is the pipeline the problem? I mean, we are kind of right on the edge for high school and elementary. What happens if we just boost the budget a little bit? I mean, it's already quite high. We'll take it up to 101 and see how that does. Okay, so a pretty minor jump, but it did buy us some room in the green on our other schools. So this may just be a matter of time. So I think what I'm going to do is some detailing. And come back in a little bit and see if we can figure out how to get closer to that student total. So I just wanted to come in down here and check out our Bronco, the RosPoly mascot. It's pretty cute. Just doing some detailing here by the hospital and then some trees. What's this now? Am I getting a glitch? Hold on. This happens sometimes. It's no big deal. Just gonna go ahead and save and load back in. So actually, while I'm here looking at the land we have left on the hospital, one of the other things I did want to bring down here was a train station. Specifically a metro station of some kind. So I just need to see what's going to fit here. So that could work. This I think is more... So what I need to do is bring in a road... Because I think that's the spot for it. I don't really see another place unless we were going to try and really squeeze one in down here, which I guess we could do. You can see I was trying to place those trees earlier and it did actually place them, it just wasn't showing up. So the other option would be to come down here with like just strictly one of these. And just drop that there and then build like a plaza around it, which could be really cool. And could really make this subway stop feel unique. Because we do have, as you remember from last episode, we put this in. Let's go ahead and see what our subway ridership looks like right now. So it's not high. Let's go and sort these by name. The A train is especially low. The B train does okay. It's our highest line. which is interesting. I did not expect that to be the one, really. The E train does okay. I mean, it's saving a lot of car trips. I think that's really interesting, especially compared to A and B there, and to F. So, yeah, not a lot happening here. Um, but, I don't know. I'm tempted to see what we could do down here. So that doesn't really make sense to have it go from there. Probably that bus, these buses have that, so from Eureka Center down to here covered. That said, what if we do it? So we definitely can't do anything above ground down here. We can rule that out right away. The other option would be to look at some of the hubs. So, for instance, the bus metro hub, which could be interesting, but it's quite large. There's not really a convenient spot to it because the big thing, I want it to be close to the stadium more than anything else. So that's the Metro Intercity Bus Hub. So we could swap that out over here, but it's a little wide for what I've got built right there. The train Metro Hub doesn't really make sense. These are just train platforms. Ferry and bus exchange. Could be cute eventually. Obviously not for right now. Monorail doesn't really do anything for us at this point. So that brings us back to what's in here. So we've got this tiny one. This one's a little bigger. Sunken bypass. That's the one we looked at that's too big. And the rest of these are all above ground, if I remember correctly. So really, it's kind of between this guy, and I just don't know. They both just seem too long for this spot too, right? Let's just check it out. So if we bring a road in here, can we even do it like that? So it doesn't actually cause any more traffic problems there. And yeah, it's just it's too big. And I'm going to assume this other one is as well. Yes. So we would have to really reorient this hospital lot here if we were going to try this, which I'm just not really in favor of at this point. Do that. Go ahead and bring this back in. Perfect. Okay. So that's really recommending itself now, I think, to the... We're going to go ahead and put a basic stop in down here. And I want to try to center this with, yeah, with the university building there. And then we're going to come through, obviously. And I want to try to do this. That's fine, yeah. All the way down to there. And then let's see if we can curve it in here. Yep, and that's the last one that doesn't have any stops on it yet. So we can do this. Just bring it down to there. Hook that up. And then let's take a look. So that's going to be the C line for college. Very creative, I know. And then we just want to put that bright green on it. And we can actually test and see if we can go darker. And that looks close enough for me. So again, just trying to turn City Hall into a transportation metro hub. So, you know, we're not really going to see that take effect in a city of this size. I think it's going to be as Roslyn continues to expand, maybe that becomes more clear. But we'll see, I guess. For now, I'm glad to have that in, and I think it's just going to mean some more detailing for me now, because I want to make this feel really special. just trying to do some custom detailing on a little plaza down here to bring this subway station to life. Saving 95% of car trips. That's pretty impressive. Just go ahead and take that down just to make sure. So, you know, like I was saying earlier, the metro's not doing great numbers, but we're laying the foundation right now more than anything. And I think a spot like this really helps with that. So, obviously, we're going to want some like big fountains in here, I think. So we could put a lot of tables out here, which makes sense. That's the other thing I was looking for. So some benches would be nice, I think, too. I think we can go ahead and put one of these guys down if we can find a spot. Yeah, I think that's a good spot. That seems primo. Maybe we could play with this. The cannon right there. Seems historic. Maybe... Well, now there's no way to get to it, so it's good there. I like that, sure. I do like these stone fixtures, benches and tables. Let's go ahead and get down here and see how this looks. Oh yeah, it's really cute. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and add these, maybe like every other back here. And then maybe just one on the side. Okay. Come around over here. Do this. And I just wonder if... No, there's no way. Go ahead and add in some bushes where we can here. I don't know how many spots it's going to give me for this, but I'll take what I can get. Okay. So we got benches. I don't know what else we really need here. Could make the case, but I hate these statues because it's got the creepy World War I helmet on it. Could do a couple of these kind of spaced out. Of course, the bummer of this being we'll never see these tables actually used. But I like that a lot. Ooh, we're getting close on... I mean, we've blown through attractiveness at this point. And we're getting really close on students. And I wonder if that's a factor of that is the attractiveness. See, now this gets used back here, which is cool. Unfortunately, these custom plazas are not quite the same. But let's go ahead and take a little walk around, see what we see. So, you cool skater guy going to school here. Actually, let's start from over here. So let's say you sneak up onto the roof of the dorm, taking in the day here. And let's do this all out, right? Actually, before I do that, let me just throw down a couple of lights real quick. Always want to make sure with those custom plazas that you're adding your own lighting, because otherwise there will be none. So not enough educated workers, an interesting problem to have on a college campus, of course. Let's see if maybe it's time to look at some more high density zoning right here. Let's just go ahead and see how that looks. And I'm going to let this building stay in this one spot. I hate this building. I hate it. It's very frustrating to me, but I'll leave it there. Just so we have it in one spot in the build. Honestly, I'm not really happy with any of these. And this is just gigantic, isn't it? I definitely want to do that. I mean, this is exactly the kind of thing you would see on a college campus, to be honest with you. Somebody coming in and trying to put the highest density thing they can. I'm just not having it. I'm sorry. We're already going to see, like, way over our normal heights through here, so. And these have come a long way already. I actually like this one right here, yeah. Definitely. Let me go ahead and throw a couple trees in here just to make it feel official. Of course, I don't want them to be too big. There we go. Just do a little guy. Okay. So we have the same building that's popped up in white now. Which again, I like that. I mean, it's a good corner look right there. And see, this is why we hate mixing in the high density with the low density, is this just looks a little ridiculous right here, if I'm honest. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Student count is still climbing. And I feel like to a certain extent that's the best thing I can do, is try to add population. Okay, I actually like this one right here because these tiny little bay windows look out on the corner here. I'll take it there and leave it on the other side, I think is the plan here. Ooh, they like that. They love the trees, folks. Love the trees. Ooh, there's another school year completed. And the student count's still going up. Attractiveness is still going up. Oh, big drop there. I guess that would be graduating seniors, potentially. You can see we still have tons of student capacity. I just wonder... So, the other question here is... what kind of policies do I have on some of these zones that might be preventing this? So, the grandchildren, for example, has schools out turned on. The daughters also has schools out on. Eureka does not, actually has education boost on. That is neither. Hollywood has education boost on. Broad Park, I want to go ahead and turn it on here too, I think. I'd like to encourage Santa Muerte to go to school as well, because that has an elementary, a middle, Yeah. Okay. Let's see if that makes a difference over the course of the next school year here. Let's go ahead and speed time up again. Gain in population once more. I'm just going to keep an eye on some stuff over here, maybe drop some more trees in. And the key here is I just would like to have like at least a tree on every lot. And of course a lot of these lots come with trees on them already, but I think especially trying to find ways to add trees to the front area of the lot is such a clutch way to make the neighborhood feel a lot more alive. And maybe it makes sense to have a crematorium behind the hospital, to be honest. So we'll do that. And then I think facing the hospital here, it makes sense probably to have a mix of shops and offices. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Some more shops out on the end here, and then make the rest of this offices. We're probably going to have educated worker issues with all that, as we just saw over here with some of this retail, but we'll take what we can get for now. Oh, but it's so pretty. Look at that. They have 3 matching coming in. Wow. I mean, okay. I guess that's okay. I mean, now I'm just tempted to keep the one on the end, to be honest with you. Here we go. Now we're getting some more variety. Oh, this is great. This has turned out really nicely here, I think. I love that that kind of looks like a converted house. It's supposed to be an Olive Garden. That's very funny. Oh, good. These both leveled. Look at that. Everybody loves it here. This is a great spot, obviously. Why don't we go ahead and try to bring a row of trees back in here if we can. And then why don't I go ahead and actually turn this into a tree-lined street. Because they're going to love it, and I'm going to love it, and everybody's going to be happy about it. There we go. Maybe those trees are a little too big. What if we switch to the sugar maples? Yeah, I feel like that's a little more appropriate. Okay, and then we should probably do some landscaping around the campus here, this hospital campus. So first thing I want to do actually is look at this hospital building itself and see where there's potentially other chances to draw a pedestrian connection that makes sense. Right there. Just kind of looking at that, so I think maybe that's the last one, because most of this is flanked by the road itself, so that's fine. But are we doing on the roadside here? I mean, the plaza behind the crematory, maybe not the most logical. I don't hate it either. Down here, there's definitely room for these. Especially facing on the bus stop right here is kind of nice. Okay, I'll do that. I'll leave that one too. You hear they're going crazy at the stadium there. Lost the first match, won the second. Pretty good, pretty good. What are we looking here? Oh, we're over. Oh my god, we're going to level up. Holy crap, I did it. Cool. So yeah, it just took some time, I think, for people to start to get in here. Let's slow it down a little bit, I guess. And let me just look for some more trees to throw in here. I think There's a couple of big oaks. Obviously, always love our chestnuts. These old chestnuts, as you might say. You can also look for spots sort of at corners here to add in. It's too close together. But to add in some of the vanilla trees where, because in the corner spots, that ring of mulch that you get underneath or dirt or whatever isn't going to be quite so evident. Of course, we also want to bring in our trash cans. Just a couple of key spots here. Okay. I mean, this hospital campus turned out pretty fucking awesome. If you'll pardon my French. We're getting really close to the end of the school year. In fact, let me just level up. Let me just get to the school year and we'll go from there. Oh, we're almost there now. Cleared all 3 bars. Good shape. Just gonna slow it down. Wait for the year to come in here. Bingo! Level 3, RosPoly. That's huge, 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 huge. We're already cleared our academic hurdle to get to level 4. We have a lot of work to do on attractiveness and student count again, although not really as much. Obviously, we're here in the chopper looking live at the campus. You can hear that, I'm sure. That is, of course, because our one helicopter fire station is down here, which eventually I think this will become a lot more municipal use down here, mixed in, especially as the oil continues to clear out. As you can see here, we're just clearing the oil out. So that's huge. RosPoly is level 3. So now I think let's check out our brand new, what is level 3 called? Renowned University. From the perspective of a student. So you wake up here like what 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon, head up to the roof of your dorm, doing some skate tricks up here, taking in the views. You know, maybe you might think about heading over to the cafeteria to grab a bite to eat. In fact, let's do the sickest skate trick of all time. Boom. So you know, you come out the dorm here. It's pretty nice, pretty lush area. A lot of pedestrian traffic, not a lot of car traffic. That's really ideal. I do just want to see if I can. There we go. Sorry, I felt like I was shouting a little bit. I'll just drop right back down here. So obviously good bus access too as well. People are cycling around. Come down here. Maybe you want to meet up for your friends for a little pickup game. Come on, man, drive on him. Can't just hold it forever. Shot clock. Oh, there he goes. Oh my gosh. Wow, what a move. Oop, 5-0. Time to go. Obviously, suburban kids can play tennis too. So yeah, you come over here. You know, maybe you've got friends that live in the apartment buildings back there. Maybe those are actually university owned too. We could consider those dorms probably. You want to come over here to the cafeteria, grab a bite to eat as the sun is going down. Then let's see, what else? What can we get up to tonight? Whoa. Okay, I want to try one more thing. Is there a way? Yeah, we want to turn this way up. Rotation, yes. Panning, that can stay low. Okay, where was I? So we were in the crosswalk here. So grab a bite from the cafeteria. Maybe head up to College Square right here, which is an area that's existed for a long time. Um, Bookstores all over campus. You can run into your professor. She's leaving the gym here or something. I don't know. So now it's very high. Let's just take it down a little bit. Okay, where were we? Yeah, we were coming up on Flex Gym right here. So yeah, maybe you come out here, you want to hit the bars, or you could go to the gym, of course, if you want to pay for the private membership because the rec center's not good enough for you down by the water. Um, let's say you want to hit the bar here. Uh, there's another gym. That one's a Planet Fitness, clearly. It's purple. This looks like it would be a hot spot. Wine, beer, drinks, bu bu buccal mucosa, Italian dinners. Oh, that looks like a cute little date spot for sure. Comedy club across the street there, but I think what we should get up to tonight, I bet there's a basketball game. So let's head down to the stadium now. Look at this. It feels very alive. A lot of my college campuses really struggle to get this much pedestrian activity because they end up feeling like they're out really on the edge of town where there's a lot of space because the buildings are so large. And I really don't have any of the big buildings unlocked here. And the big buildings I do have really are sort of more at the edges of the campus, really sort of creating a ring around this area that is served by a lot of transit. And this is why I wanted to go wait for nighttime. I wanted to see the lights come on down here. Um, at least some of them. Some big bus stop here. You could head, or sorry, this is a bus stop. Grab a bus, head somewhere. We're just going to cut across here. Um, and then here's this big custom subway plaza that I laid out earlier today. So you can see this is why we added the lights in here, so that it is not scary at night. Um, but the reason that this is here is because if you were waiting for your friends to get off the train, like this guy here probably is, especially if you're all coming down here to a game, or maybe they were downtown doing something earlier in the night. Just wanted to have a spot where you could wait for people at the transit point here as you're heading into the Convo. The Bronco Convo is maybe what we should be calling it. Look at this. This guy is out here right now again, our little mascot buddy. Hey, how's it going, Bronky? That's Bronky the Bronco, everybody. So yeah, you come down here, catch a basketball game, or say maybe you wanted to go to the student rec center, do a little late night shoot around or something like that. Come through here, right along the stadium, and maybe this is really what you want to do with your evening. Is just come out here, take a look at the bay. Um, as Roslyn continues to expand, I'm hoping that someday this view is going to be a view of a beautiful uh, peninsula, a development. It's all dark over there right now, but someday I'm hoping will be um, a really cool place. For now, look at this. These oaks on this brick-lined path create like a canopy effect. This is just gorgeous. I mean, there's definitely could use a little bit of a trim here and there, but that feels very real. Maybe not on a campus, but in a lot of urban environments. This is going to be a gorgeous view someday right here. I mean, already look at this. We can see all the way down Roslyn Street here. I think, is that City Hall over there? It looks like it. Um, yeah, I'm really pleased with um, how this has turned out today. So that's why I had those camera settings down so low. Anyway, I'm very happy with how this turned out today. We've put in a hospital, which is actually another huge gain for the city. Let's go ahead and take a look at our healthcare now. So we've got 700 heal capacity for 7 sick citizens. Um, I mean, this is just, it's already paired up here with the medical center as well. So I think that's a big thing because a city this size. Because the other big thing that's of note is we did cross the 20,000 threshold. Let's go ahead and take a look at city info. Pull up some stats. Population changes. You can see we just hit the 20K mark. I think that's huge news. Tax base is really big right now. Our budget is growing, but our treasury is taking a little bit of a hit, which makes sense with all the investment we've done. Influx is pretty consistent. Birth rate is consistent. Death rate is consistent. Employment percentage has remained really high. You see, obviously, a couple of really early fluctuations, but just steady now. Minor changes. Available jobs continues to increase, so that's good. Education levels sort of leveled off now, but we'll probably see this start to go up now that we've made some investments in the university. Student count has gone up. Tourists has skyrocketed. That's probably since the train station took over, as has the tax income. Happiness is consistent, like 80%, so whatever, we'll take it. Um, yeah, cyclist continues to climb. That's always a key indicator for me that a city's successful. Um, yeah, I mean, look at this. We've got this gorgeous like Bayside arena now. Um, that I think really just adds a lot to what's happening here in a really fun way. Um, so thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to call it there for today. Um, Please check out my series Roslyn on YouTube. The link should be showing up here soon on screen if you're watching there now. And yeah, thanks for tuning in.